Dogs are often called humanity's best friend, but the relationship was never simple. Long before dogs slept in homes or waited beside front doors, they followed humans through famine, migration, war, and survival. And over thousands of years, the relationship changed both species in ways that are still visible today. Because dogs did not simply help humans survive. In many ways, they helped shape civilization itself. And that raises an uncomfortable question. If dogs became humanity's closest companion, what did humans eventually turn dogs into? Before there were dogs, there were wolves. They were intelligent, social predators built around cooperation. Wolves survived because they worked together. They hunted in coordinated groups, protected territory, and relied heavily on communication inside the pack. In the harsh environments of the Ice Age, that cooperation became a survival advantage. At the same time, humans were evolving in similar ways. Early human groups also depended on communication, coordination, and social trust. Both species were highly adaptable predators trying to survive in the same dangerous world. Eventually, their paths crossed. At first, the relationship was cautious. Wolves stayed near human camps to scavenge leftovers, while humans tolerated their presence because the animals provided warning signals against predators and rival groups. Over generations, the least aggressive wolves gradually stayed closer to humans. The calmer animals gained easier access to food, while humans benefited from their senses, speed, and awareness. Without either species fully understanding it, a partnership had begun. And over time, those wolves started to change. Their behavior softened. Their fear response decreased. Their appearance slowly shifted. The first dogs had emerged. What makes this moment so important is that dogs may have become humanity's first major technological advantage before civilization even existed. A hunting group with dogs could track prey more efficiently, detect danger earlier, and survive in harsher conditions than groups without them. That advantage mattered, especially during periods when food was scarce and survival was uncertain. Some researchers believe human expansion across large parts of the world accelerated because of this partnership. Dogs helped humans adapt to unfamiliar climates and landscapes, from frozen tundras to dense forests. And unlike tools or weapons, dogs were adaptive. They could learn, respond, protect, and cooperate in real time. The relationship was not simply ownership. It was collaboration. For thousands of years, humans and dogs evolved beside one another, each influencing the survival of the other. Then human society changed. People stopped wandering and began building permanent settlements. Agriculture spread, villages became cities, and cities became empires. At that point, humans no longer relied on dogs only for hunting. But dogs did not disappear. Instead, they became more deeply integrated into civilization itself. In ancient Rome, dogs guarded homes, protected property, and accompanied soldiers into battle. Large war dogs were trained to intimidate enemies and defend military camps. Some Roman homes even displayed mosaics warning visitors about the dogs inside. Dogs had become part of the security structure of the empire. In imperial China, the relationship evolved differently. Certain breeds were carefully developed for status and symbolism rather than survival or labor. Small companion dogs became associated with wealth, refinement, and control. For perhaps the first time in history, humans were no longer simply living beside dogs. They were redesigning them. Across medieval France and wider Europe, dogs became increasingly specialized. Some were bred for herding livestock with precision. Others tracked scent trails across miles of terrain. Hunting dogs flushed birds from cover or retrieved animals from water. Dogs were no longer generalists. They were becoming engineered roles inside human civilization. And that shift changed the relationship permanently. For most of history, dogs adapted naturally alongside humans. But eventually, humans began shaping dogs intentionally. Selective breeding accelerated. Certain traits were rewarded while others disappeared. Strength, size, temperament, speed, appearance, and behavior were all gradually manipulated across generations. Every modern dog breed exists because humans decided it should. Not nature, humans. That reality creates an uncomfortable tension beneath the idea of the loyal family dog, because dogs may also represent one of humanity's earliest and most successful attempts at reshaping another species for its own needs. Some breeds were designed for labor, others for protection, others for appearance alone. Over time, the relationship became more complicated than simple companionship. Dogs still depended on humans for survival, but increasingly, humans controlled nearly every aspect of what dogs would become. As civilization expanded, dogs expanded with it. They crossed frozen Arctic regions, pulling sleds through extreme conditions. They traveled on ships during exploration and trade. They guarded camps, livestock, and supply routes in unfamiliar territories. Where humans went, dogs followed, and often, they made survival possible. In some regions, dogs became transportation. In others, protection systems. In others, hunting partners capable of tracking animals across impossible terrain. Even as human technology advanced, dogs remained valuable because they could do something machines still struggle to replicate. They could interpret living environments instinctively. They could adapt. And perhaps most importantly, they could bond with humans in ways few other animals ever have. Many animals were domesticated throughout human history. But dogs are different. Dogs understand human communication at an unusual level. They follow gestures, interpret tone of voice, and respond to emotional cues with remarkable accuracy. Even wolves raised around humans generally struggle with this kind of social understanding. Dogs evolved alongside human behavior for so long that they became deeply attuned to it. Modern studies have shown that eye contact between dogs and humans can trigger the release of oxytocin, the same hormone associated with trust, bonding, and parent-child attachment. That connection helps explain why dogs occupy such a unique place in human life. They are not simply tolerated animals living nearby. They became emotional companions. And in many households, dogs are treated less like property and more like family members. Despite thousands of years of domestication, ancient instincts still survive inside modern dogs. Circling before lying down traces back to wild behavior meant to prepare safe sleeping areas. Guarding homes reflects territorial instincts carried over from pack survival. Even the tendency to follow humans from room to room may come from deeply rooted social bonding behavior inside coordinated groups. Modern homes may look very different from prehistoric campsites, but many of the instincts remain remarkably similar. Underneath modern breeding, training, and domestication, the ancient animal never fully disappeared. Today, dogs live inside human homes across nearly every part of the world. They sleep beside people, travel with families, assist police and rescue teams, guide the blind, comfort the lonely, and protect children. But underneath that modern relationship is something far older. A partnership that began before civilization itself. For thousands of years, humans changed dogs through breeding, control, and domestication. But dogs also changed humans. They influenced how people hunted, migrated, settled, protected communities, and connected emotionally with another species. And maybe that is the real story. Dogs were never just animals humans owned. They became part of human civilization itself. Long before cities, nations, or empires, two predators learned to survive together, and neither species was ever the same again.